There we go. Live in effect. This is for SHO Radio. Now we ain't got nobody on yet, you know what I'm saying? But that's because they probably surprised me on time, man. Probably surprised me on time.
Well, we've been on time the last couple of weeks, so ain't no damn excuse. I said
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm
Anyway, look.
saying?
Live in effect. We're gonna jump it off anyway. This is for SHO Radio. He is the Cardinal.
Strike a pose, bitch.
I am me, and it is Friday, June 5th, 2020. Time to get down, time to get busy. All right, some of you right now are watching our reruns, you're watching the watch parties, but it's time to flip over to the real thing. We coming live and direct. The Cardinal Dave and myself. All right.
We ain't watching no reruns, man. No reruns until after this.
Why do they call you the Cardinal Dave?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you said that. I know that this deep in your soul where you have to hear this every week, but I am Cardinal Dave, leader of the Church of the Conspiracy, where we believe that everything is fixed from sports to politics. You're seeing that now. And when I say strike a pose, bitch, that means I'm going to make you famous. Just like the runway model that walks down the aisle, we're going to tell her, the paparazzi, let her know. They take a picture, say, strike a pose, bitch. And then they put her ass in front of the police, and she holds up a sign, and she says she can't breathe.
And that's what the paparazzi says.
That's exactly what she said.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave it at that, but I'm gonna go into today's topics, okay? And we got some hot ones. Our main topic today, we're gonna get into this a little later. So I know some of y'all been waiting, some of y'all been talking, some of y'all ready. Holding the black vote hostage. Holding the black vote hostage. I'm gonna get into something that a lot of us don't understand. It's called leverage.
We should talk about your shirt.
Leverage. We're going to talk about my shirt. You know, there'll be some comments on that, I'm sure. Another topic we're going to talk about, should you pull, or silent protest by someone been going around all week, should you pull your son out of D1 sports and put him in the HBCU? Now, that's a little confusing because there's over 20 D1 HBCUs too, but we'll get into that.
Exactly.
The fallacy
confusion
of baseball. That's a Cardinal Dave exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
The Drew Brees debacle. I can't call it nothing else besides the debacle.
A-hole.
The role of celebrities and entertainers in politics. Should we even be listening to what they're saying? Are they compromised as a whole? It was almost a week ago this time, maybe a little later, that the mayor of Atlanta pulled T.I. and Killer Mike on for some statements on the protests. You know,
in the house.
A lot of different ways. But we're going to get into that. But let's just set the stage going in. I see our callers are drifting
Keisha,
in.
no bottoms.
Went through the topics, all that stuff. And you know, give you a chance to call. Let this go right here. Phone lines will be open. 770-369-0181. Let me lay down a couple little ground phone calls this time around.
Look at me.
We're going to have to cut you at 30 to 45 seconds. So we told you to tune in with a tape. We mean that. Tune in with a tape. But it's got to be quick. It's got to be succinct because we got to move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can't have no 9-minute soliloquies. Steve Johnson. We need you to call. Did I tell you before that I raised Steve?
Really?
He was a baby.
You said it numerous times, and I got much more respect for him than to think that.
Shut up, nigga.
Doug Greg, what's happening with you, my bro? Hey, man, where them folks at, man? And you know what? Greg has a great topic that he introduced to me this morning. We're going to deal with next week, and that's dealing with those 70s blaxploitation flicks, which I absolutely love.
Me and Greg used to steal things.
What?
I didn't know if you were aware of that. Me and Greg used to
I know the man like 40 years old, dude. I mean, you know, really?
Shut up.
Is this how this man was?
I'm 20 years younger than you.
Right. In dog years?
Well, that's because you don't take that Manuka honey.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Let's move. Let's set the stage. All right. Your boy Trump
House for
is
you.
attempting to control the narrative with the protesters. You can pretty much tell what side someone's on, whether they're gonna call them protesters or they're gonna call them rioters, whether they're gonna call them terrorists. But you know, there's a lot of things that have been popping up that he's been getting busted out on. Number one, a little early this week, it's kind of disappeared now. It's been very interesting how packs of bricks just show lined up, just out the
Yeah.
middle of the street for people to throw.
Ain't
How
that
did
nice?
they get there? You know what I'm saying? Some
Oh,
people
I know how they got there. Would you like for me to tell
I
you?
think you have an idea. I mean, you tell us though. How do you think the bricks got there, sir?
Well, let's see. You have a lot of racist cracker agent
Really? Okay.
demon black bastards who put them out there.
Okay.
Some old Candace Owens type niggas. And I
Hold on,
said maybe
because
we use that word on
no,
the
we
show, but
don't.
that's the type.
No, we
Yes, we
don't.
do. That's the type of Negro and the type of trash that advocates that. They
No.
they they
Okay.
are agents. Oh, please
Clearly,
don't even
clearly,
start.
you
Don't
took it
defend that woman.
somewhere else. No, anybody that's leaving that stuff out there has some cooperation. That's a
No,
cooperation.
exactly. That's what I said. They're
So I
agents.
don't even believe for one instant folks who come out to legitimately protest, express their rage, their grief, their indignation, their pain, their sorrow, got time to haul out a bunch of bricks to throw. It's not even
No,
going.
we're gonna pick up whatever's there. Okay, that's
No,
what we do. If we see it, we're gonna pick it up. But we're not gonna bring it and set up the stage like
the
it's a
two other
goddamn
things
movie
are
script or something.
most people who are coming to protest are leaving before it gets dark. They're not staying out
Exactly.
there to start stuff at
Well,
night.
that's what I mean.
So
They set the stage. They are the producers of the show. They set the stage, and then we come out, and we may have good intentions at first, but then
oh,
we get
dude,
a little pissed off. We see
stop
a
it.
brick, and
Not
then we start going at it.
happening like that.
Wait a minute, are you telling me there wasn't no black folks, no protesters that got just caught up in the moment and started throwing bricks?
That's exactly what
It
I'm saying.
happens. We know that they're well, you're out
That's
of your
exactly
mind. We know that they're not the instigators.
no.
We know that the protesters went out there to protest. But that first night, it was on and popping, and people were pissed.
No,
No, they didn't set the stage. They didn't lay the bricks out there. They
no,
didn't have cans of spray paint sitting outside the
no.
auto zone where that damn white cop went out there and starts breaking windows and doing his thing or whatever.
Mhm.
But they set the
Hold on,
stage.
because
Some of us got a little pissed off and we went and put in work.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
It
uh-huh.
happens. I had no problem with the first night. None whatsoever.
No, I
They
do.
tore up CNN and they tore up Lennox Mall.
They
I
didn't tear up
don't give a
CNN.
fuck.
They didn't tear up
Well,
CNN.
they broke the fucking glass.
They broke
Excuse
about
me. They broke
five
the glass in
windows.
the beginning.
They broke about 5 windows out of about 1,000.
Okay.
They didn't tear up CNN. Just stop
Okay.
it,
Well,
man.
that's what I mean. They tore up the. We know what I mean. They tore up the damn windows and they
There's
spray painted.
some vandal.
That was for
Gee,
you. Shut
stop
up.
it, dude. That no.
Why don't you? Why don't
But
you read what your boy McCarthy is talking about? Your Darien friend. What is
that
he
was McCartney
saying?
number one, and I did.
Well, whatever.
Racing during their stand up by the White House. Want to see what's going to happen at 11. It's a stand up at the White House, allegedly. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, but we're just going to just put it out there, man. It's all about trying to control the narrative. And that red side is losing right now because there's too many people to see what's going on. There's too many people to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, And I'm glad McCarthy, Dave, 2 + 2 is 5. You know what I mean? You ain't lying. I understand this about.
Well, you obviously were in the short classroom, and trust me, I taught those people well, and I knew that about McCarthy from the beginning.
He just
I don't know
wants.
why this earpiece keeps
He's
coming
like
out. I'm pissed
a
off.
little childish imp. You know, they broke about 5 windows. Oh, they tore it all up. It's 1,000 buildings in downtown Atlanta. They stood around one and broke 4 windows. Sorry, dude.
Well, I mean, I didn't say that they burned it down. I said that they tore it up. They tore the outside of it up. They didn't go inside. They ain't
They
stupid.
really didn't.
Okay, they broke some windows, but my whole point in that was it was no harm, no foul. They got insurance, so it don't matter if they lost some windows. It
Mhm.
don't matter how much stuff was stolen out of Lenox Mall. Who cares? They can replace it. Who
Dude,
cares?
those are two completely different things and completely
No,
different
they're
places.
not two. It was the same damn
Like,
night.
no, dude, that's like 8 miles apart. You do
Are they
realize
longer than that, actually?
so no, I mean, that's really not. That wasn't even the same night.
That was the same night, actually.
That's too local. I'm just saying as a whole, there's a war to control the narrative. Clearly, it's about the fact that this man was murdered. Clearly, they want to take you off that fact and talk about some broken windows and some convenient police cars. Well, everywhere they go, is an empty police car that's just all set up to be torched.
Well, because the police put it
So
there.
it's just so even the feel, man. It feels fake. I'm sorry. On the riot tip, the protest tip seems very real. The anger is very real. But the ooh,
I'm not. Listen, you're misconstruing me. I'm
no,
not saying that the protesters were the main ones rioting. I'm saying some of them just got emotionally caught up into the thing. We know that they got, like I've been saying from the beginning, we know they got agents out there. We know that it's a whole lot of white folks and black demons, FBI, CIA, white supremacist groups, or whatever, that was out there looting, that was burning police cars, that was laying
right
bricks down there, was doing all that stuff.
You're being baited. It's not a whole lot. If you count it all up, it may be 15 nationwide, 15 police cars, 50 windows. It's just not even real, man. You've been
But it doesn't matter.
Man. That's just not it, man. People folks out there like this. This is everybody out there. Like, dude, it's not. It's just out there, man. It's out there. But I'm gonna leave it alone because I want to hop into this first topic. I really do. Because we got some good ones tonight. And I know we got some folks who have an issue with holding that black vote hostage. However, I want to talk about that. I want to get your points.
Well, let's go. Let's do
All right,
it.
let's go. Number one, silent protest. Do you agree?
They got your nose.
Do you agree? Fool, this is on. That's in. Get over it. Get over it, bald head fool.
Yeah. Why don't you get over that nasty cold or the Rona or whatever?
Here we go. I hate to even start that way, man. It's time to get into topics. All right. Now, you act right. I'll keep them off of that. Should you pull? Do you feel, as a former protest, how do you feel about pulling your son out of D1 sports, out of a PWI institution, private white institution, public white institution, and putting him into an HBCU for sports right now? How do you feel about that? There are a lot of, I'm not going to just call them non-sports parents, but people who may not understand the nature of what they're suggesting and saying that this is a good idea. I don't want to go into how I feel about it until the end. So I'd rather hear what you say right now. I'm going to let the Cardinal go. I'm going to let you know phone lines are open. 770-369-0181. How do you feel?
Listen, man. I'm being honestly. First of all, I really don't care. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference whether you put them in HBCUs or whether they're in predominantly white institutions. It doesn't matter. Some of the so-called predominantly white institutions house HBCUs, so it's really not going to make a difference. Well, I said they house them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're in the same divisions. Okay, they house them in the same divisions. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that Fisk is Division 2, whereas Howard, well, is Howard Division 1? They're Division 1, aren't they? Howard, I don't know. I'd say, but see, that's my point. It doesn't make a difference to me. Now, I think that what's going on here is you had the young man that was a 15-year-old. What was his name?
Mikey,
the one that started. Yeah, Mikey. He's the one that got all this going.
There's no way.
It
was before him.
Well, okay, but I'm saying that there was a big uproar when that young man went on Twitter or wherever he went, and he said that he wants to be in the forefront of everything that's going on right now. And basically, Tennessee State and all these other HBCUs just basically threw this 15-year-old a scholarship. Like, dude, come now.
He got real. I mean, he's already got D1 offers.
Okay, but see, my point is, a lot of these HBCUs that may or may not have any money, they may see this as an opportunity. So I understand it's a money game. They trying to get their dollars up. They see this as an opportunity to get big time players. But to me, I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference because I don't think a lot of the kids are gonna go there. Okay, I don't unless you are on TV or unless you can get major props and promotions. It is still these honkies are still gonna get the big name players. Now we know that you got pay per view. We know
Let somebody else
ESPN.
weigh in, please. That know
What?
about. Let somebody else weigh in. Dante, I'm waiting.
I just broke it down to its very last compound. You ain't said nothing yet, and you know you agree with the Cardinals. So shut up.
I'll speak from a bias standpoint. Having a son that plays and really hoping and praying he goes D1, there is no way in the world he will go to an HBCU as a top 50 player. No way.
Wait, I just said that.
World. Dante brought up.
Did I not just say that?
Dude, just be quiet for a minute. How do people who went to white institutions go back to their school's homecoming in comparison to those who went to HBCUs? I don't know. I don't really think there's a way to judge that, in all honesty, because I do know my school, a whole lot of black folks went back, but my school was like a HBCU. I think there's probably nothing like the connection you're going to get at an HBCU. I agree with that. I'm not even talking about that. Not talking about
Listen, the only thing that the HBCUs got is Battle of the Bands, the dancers, the cheerleaders, the halftime show, and the Southern what's his name game. Okay, that right there. I don't need the big name players to go there for that. All I need is the top cheerleaders.
You just went about 5 minutes. Can somebody else talk? Is it all right?
It's my turn. My turn.
Yeah. I don't think you can beat the experience of going to HBCU socially as a student. I don't think you can beat that. I would love that like crazy for my son. But if my son is top 50 looking to go pro, ain't nowhere in the world. If my son is top 200 looking to go pro, nowhere in the world. Why? Facilities, exposure, television. It makes no difference. Also,
I just said all that.
As a teacher, I have so many students who graduated, went to HBCU, could only afford 1 year, 2 years, money weren't right, scholarships weren't there. So if you gotta wait for school to be paid for free, you gotta take it. As a parent, if your child has to wait for school to be paid for free, and that's the only way of going, you gotta take it. And for that, I'm not saying HBCU, PW, whatever's gonna work for you. But if you're looking to go pro, man, you got to go somewhere with you got to give yourself the best chance of going pro. The best chance of going.
So you're saying that going to a predominantly black school is an inferior product, and they don't have the best chance in going to be with the white school?
Absolutely. Hang on one quick second. Got to call it.
It's
already a sticky piece.
In reference to HBCUs as opposed to D1 schools, me personally, I would love for my son to go to an HBCU, but if his talents were that great, I think I would be reluctant because of the non-exposure, as well as from what I know, and I may be wrong, I'm speaking from experience, but it's minimal. HBCUs don't grant those full scholarships, and so it puts him in a situation where we would not only have to worry about the athletics of it, but also still paying for school. And then my question would be, would he receive everything as far as training and things of that nature to the same level that he would receive at a D1 school? So I would love for him to do that, but the question would be, what would they have to offer him if he was top 50, if he was top 200?
Absolutely. Thank you, caller. I think
ask the callers their name. Will you please do that? I'd like to know who the callers are.
Beautiful. Sit up straight, boy. You got on the tribe shirt. Respect tribe. Respect tribe ATL. It's not even a question of the advantages of going to HBCU. As far as a student, no question. If I could afford it all day long, but there's just two. Okay, for example, my niece is about to go to Spelman in the fall. 4.2 students. Man, Spelman at the end of the day is going to run her parents almost 60,000 a year. 60,000 a year. Every
That's
HBCU
insane.
isn't that expensive, but it's very expensive. Every boy I ever had that went to HBCU, man, it's always something with their scholarship. They either split the scholarship, three people on one scholarship. You're gonna get a scholarship if you're a starter, you know what I'm saying, but you may not get it another kind of way. Um, Facilities are just not gonna be up to par. The question you ask is it your son? Everybody's cool with it as long as it's not their son. Hold on one second. The show
I mean,
radio.
look, the
What's your name, Carla?
HBCUs are great for parties.
Go with it, Dante.
I figured out she called in.
Yes. Tell them a little bit of your background, man. Tell them a little bit of your background so they know.
I did go again to an HBCU. I think you call them. I'm mistaken. But yeah, I went. So I wasn't a top 50 athlete. It was a scholarship was offered to me. I took it. I did get my school paid for. The experience, the guys that I went to school with, that I played with, that I played football with, that I did play football with, I still talk to a number of those guys still to this day. I'm absolutely sure I probably wouldn't have got the exact same experience going to a bigger school. However, if my child is a top 50 prospect, top 100 prospect, I mean, you got to go to the bigger school to get the most exposure. And if you want to make a difference, if you want your child to make a difference in the community, I think he has a better chance of making a bigger difference. If he goes to a higher platform, which is a white institution. So I wouldn't send my son if he was top 50. If he was good enough to just get a scholarship, I would definitely send him to a black college. Definitely. And that's my take.
Excellent. I'm in agreement with him. Now, a little background on that. We have sons same age, same teams, and playing the same sport. And I do really expect his knowledge base coming from being an HBCU student, seeing a relationship. I don't think nothing can beat that relationship. I would love for my son to go to a black school as a student. But as a top 50 prospect looking to move forward, he's going to go to the best platform possible. Also, let's be realistic. There's over 1,200 D1 schools. And I'm talking about football more than basketball. It's a whole lot of guys getting free education. Now, I went to Eastern Michigan University. None of our football players were worried about their scholarships for the most part. They came to school, that was it. Everything was taken care of for them. They didn't have the best facilities. They had
a pseudo HBCU.
But every semester wasn't a problem. I got another partner. His son just came out of Morehouse with football, man. That scholarship was up in the air every year until he was a junior. And they were still taking out major loans. McCartney asks, is Eastern Michigan HBCU? No, technically, but literally it probably was. Our campus was probably about 80 to 90% black. But no, it's in the MAC. So no, it was not. But it's probably a blacker campus than most.
Yeah, you might as well say it was a pseudo HBCU as far as we were concerned.
The other issues that come along with it, like both sisters going to Hampton, I went to Eastern. Financially, it was completely different for them than it was for me. Completely different. But I got all kind of love for HBCU.
I mean, listen, man. As far as the ball players are concerned,
right.
I mean, we're saying the same thing, man. Okay, we're saying the exact same thing. I just said it more eloquently than you.
Okay.
I mean, the bottom line is, who's going to be on TV more, Mississippi Valley or Duke? Who's going to be on TV more, Fisk or Georgia? Well, Georgia's basketball team sucks, but I mean, you understand my point. Yeah. Okay, the bottom line is, if you want to be seen, you're going to go where you can be seen. You're going to go with the big name schools who have the television contract. HBCUs are wonderful if you want to party. HBCUs are wonderful if you want battle of the bands and halftime shows and big booty girl.
Really?
I mean,
No.
HBCUs got the best, to offer when it comes to a party. And I'm pretty sure the education
What
is
are you
good. Like
talking
I said, I
about?
went to a
I mean,
pseudo one.
okay, I
I'm
don't
talking
believe it.
about
I
HBCUs,
don't believe
man.
it.
I'm just,
I'm not. I'm not
listen.
gonna.
I'm
I'm not
saying
gonna
you
party.
don't think that you don't think their women and their bands outclass the white schools with their flat asses and bands that only want to play damn Elvis at halftime. I don't want
Can
to hear
you
that
stop?
crap.
Can you stop?
I want to hear some boozy at
I'm
halftime.
not sending my kid to school for the band, dude. I don't think they party no different. I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, they're a whole lot more
We
strict.
we uh we
They're a whole lot more strict
we
than
did we did do some
school.
partying
So
though. I
me
will admit
sending a
that.
kid there is more grounded in the whole experience. Somewhere where he can go and learn and have a good time and socialize and never have to worry about simple things. He's not a black student. He'd be a student. Trying to look over our shoulder and wonder about this and that. The most important thing coming out of school, going to a job fair from an HBCU, you know that companies are coming there to hire you. I don't even think most of us even went to a job fair at Eastern because you already know it wasn't really for you.
Well, you knew you wasn't gonna get hired.
Made a point. Wonderful for opportunity in education. I absolutely agree. What time frame we there? Early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Kwame Ture was one of my mentors. I never got that at a white school. Clovis Sales is one of my mentors. I never got that at a black school. You can be a whole lot more radical in your content at a white school, African American studies, other than you can be at a black school. We should have had no curfews, no regulations. Then at the
Well, I
same,
mean, at a black school,
yeah,
it's gonna be black on black. So I mean,
yeah.
it's not gonna be much. What you gonna
But
protest at a black school? Now you
no,
could
I got
probably organize better and go somewhere else as a unit and have more, of the contingency because of the makeup of the school. But as far as like having fighting some good old fashioned racist crackers, no, we do that. Right, you got to go to a white school and
that
get
wasn't
that
every
good shit.
day. I mean, our campus was different. And the only thing about it, when we talk about HBCUs or white schools, we can't put them all in the same category because Eastern was a whole lot different than University
Yes,
of
you
Michigan.
can.
Jackson State is a whole lot different than Morehouse. Bowie
Well,
State
that's because
is a whole
Michigan had
lot
your uppity nigger, your uppity
different.
brand of
Oh,
nigger went
here's
to
my,
Michigan,
man,
and
sometimes it's just like talking to you about stuff is just it gets stupid, dude. It gets stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dr. Peters was extremely radical, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So I think you can if wherever you are on that level, you're gonna find it. And I think that white schools are gonna be far more radical. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you destroy that topic.
I'm muting my mic.
Dude, come on, man. You know, so you got all different kind of places. But I think a lot of us are saying the same thing. Eric said it too. You're a top tier athlete. You kind of in school for a different reason anyway. So you got to go to the place that's going to work the best for you. And just as a parent, he absolutely has got to do that. You got to lose that word. I agree.
Excuse me.
You got to go to the best place for your kid, or your kids go to the best place for them. You know, but I do love HBCUs like a mother. You know, if he's not playing on that level and we can find a good place, that's where he's going to go. That's where he's going to be encouraged to go, for sure. All right.
I mean, if you ask me where I want to go for the weekend, I'm going to Fisk. I'm going to Morristown.
You're real stuck on Fisk. Have you been to Fisk?
I don't know why. No, I've never been there. I don't know why I keep saying Fisk. It just keeps popping in my.
Because Fisk really
popping in my head. Are they still open?
If it was when we were in school and we were going to hang out, Jackson State and Eastern were extremely similar as far as hanging. You know what I'm saying? That's at least what I would do.
I agree with that. I can't argue with that.
So, I mean, it just depends, you know. But moving and grooving, we kind of beat that to death. Just want to see where we were. I'm moving to the Cardinals topic. Let him take over with
I like to beat you to death.
The fallacy of baseball. This is him. Go for it.
Well, the bottom line is this. A lot of y'all are sitting around waiting on sports to come back. Everybody wants that escapism. They want that release. They want their sports back. Well, football seems to be on task. Basketball's got it's late as hell with the July 31st date. They're on task.
That's
And
ridiculous.
even hockey, for all your black white folks, they're coming back and they're going to be on task. But baseball took a real hit today because it's looking like that's not going to happen. And the last time baseball didn't have a season back in 1994, that sport, they had to juice up a bunch of players like Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire the next year to get people to start watching. And then Bonds got in on the act. So I don't know who y'all going to juice up now, but if you don't have a season, which they're looking to not have one, you're going to have problems. Now, here it is. You have back in March, the owners and the players union had an agreement. Okay, the agreement was that the players were going to play on a prorated salary. That means that they were going to play about 80 some odd games, 81, 82 games, and they had their salaries prorated. Okay, but what happens is now the owners realize after the owners start kicking them in the ass that wait, we're not going to have ticket gates because we're not going to have fans. We're not going to have overcharged hot dogs and overcharged beer and overcharged cotton candy and all this crap that they make money off of you suckers who go to the game. So the bottom line is the owners came back and said, wait a minute. We need the players. We need y'all. Let's do this. Along with the prorated rate, let's do a little 50-50 thing. So now the players are going to have to cut the salaries even more. And the players union headed by Tony Clark, former Detroit Tiger, was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not having any more cuts. And the players stuck with it. You started hearing them come out and they started talking. Mike Trout don't never say nothing. He came out and talking. So they basically, the owners, what happened was the owners wanted to play less games. They said, okay, we'll play a 48 game schedule and then we'll do the prorate. That way, the owners, they're going to lose money anyway, but they could try and re up by not giving the players all this money. The players came back and said, okay, I tell you what, how about we do this? How about instead of a 48 game season, we have a 114 game season? They knew the owners were going to reject that. They did that on purpose. Okay. So the owners came back and said, "This is our final deal. We're going to do 48 games, and that's the end of it." And the players are like, "We're not having this." Okay. So they are basically fighting. And guess what? It is June. They were supposed to start like next week with training camp, and they are not even close to getting their asses on the field. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is this: it's looking like it's not going to be a season, and I could care less. My problem is with all these jackawads that are sitting up here taking the owner's side and saying, well, the owners are the one ruining the game. These people are billionaires. You have to be a billionaire to buy a team. Okay? These dirty rats, they didn't even want to pay the minor league players. Some of them, like Washington, who just won the goddamn World Series, wanted to cut the minor leaguers' pay from $400 a week to $300 a week. $400 a week is weak. Okay? But that's listen, forget all that. The bottom line is if baseball does not play this year, everybody's going to lose money. And then they will not recover because the fans already are not watching the sport. It's already boring AF. Okay, so nobody watches it. And now you're going to take a year off? The fans are going to be pissed off because they say billionaires are fighting millionaires. Just get it together. Bottom line is, for any of y'all who do like baseball, if you want to sit up and you want to blame the damn players, why don't you take your ass to your job and go on a prorated salary? And then on top of that, have your boss come to your raggedy ass and tell you that you got to take another 50% off on top of that and see if you want to go to work. No, it's all about the owners. They're going to destroy the game because they have other businesses outside of baseball. And if it crashes, oh well. It'll be one of their cash cows that bit the farm. But guess what? I had a cow tonight in the form of a New York strip, and it was delicious. And that's what the owners will do. They will kill that cow and eat it if they have to. Strike a pose. Bitch, you'll never hear another baseball take like that was beautiful. I am beautiful. Look at my profile. Woo!
Done?
Your take.
I was impassioned. Here's my take. I'm okay with no
That
baseball.
was beautiful.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I am too.
Drew Brees debacle.
Strike a pose!
Drew Brees debacle. Drew Brees made some comments. You know, they
No calls?
Does anyone care about baseball besides him? I'm just wondering.
I don't care either, really.
Clearly you did. Because you had
I just like to see a good fight. Well, I mean, you have to be well informed. I mean, you know, whether it's HBCUs, baseball, or Drew Brees, you come to the Cardinal when you want to know something.
Well,
we come to you when you want to know about how to properly snort cocaine.
That's what you do. Come to me when you want to know how to properly snort cocaine.
There you go. That's what he admits it now.
You have a take on Drew Brees?
Well, I was going to let you lay out the topic since I just beautifully ran this one down. But if you want me to beautifully run this one down too, I can do that too.
No. In fact, we're going to postpone Drew Brees. We're going to push that back. We're going to get to the topic everybody came for. I'm glad that Barnabas has showed up. I'm glad that Brian is here. I want some other people here as well because this topic,
McCarthy is a Drew Brees fan.
There will be some interest in. And that is the holding up, the hijacking of the black vote. Subtitled, Give Me One Reason to Vote for Joe Biden Outside of Donald Trump. I know some of you say, well, Donald Trump's good enough. That's all we need. But tell me why we should wholesale just give our votes to not only Joe Biden, but the Democratic Party. Why don't we understand an 8-letter word called leverage? Leverage. I completely agree with Charlemagne. I completely agree with Q. I completely agree with Puffy. Not because I think they're right, but I'm just putting it like this. The Indian community has no issues. The Asian community has no political issues. The Jewish community has no political issues. Why? Because they go to both parties and say, this is what we want. If you can't provide it, you won't get our vote. And more importantly, you won't get.
They're paying for both sides, by the way.
Says because we have no leverage. Yes, we do. But we just give everything away for free. The same way we get some money, all the money leaves our community. We got a little stinking vote. We just want to pledge it to someone who in 40 years of politics has done nothing for us. Then when he was bailed out, had the nerve to say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Okay, a little statement, no big deal, I get it. And I'm not saying I support Trump, not at all. I'm just saying you can have a little courage and say, look here, dude, we made you. For you to get our endorsement, our vote, this is what you got to do. And I'm sick of people trying to pretend this is even a viable candidate. Just don't even know what day it is. All three black VP women he's considering are all smarter than him. Stacey Abrams, who I do endorse, Kamala Harris, who I don't, and Val Demings, who I don't know. But all three of them got more sense than him. All three of them should theoretically.
What about Big Gretch?
Who? Stop it, dude. It's not even a real
candidate. Gretch.
Not even a real candidate. My point to you is,
I don't know.
Here's our options are third party. Our options are, in Nataki, this is good. I'm glad you asked that. There is a Republican Party that is dying for our vote. That's in dire need right now because they know they're going to lose. And there's nothing to go on to them and say, hey, look, we got you if you do this, and this. It ain't about Trump. We don't have to be in love with a politician. We have to be in love with a politician who don't do their job. The same way we hate Trump is the same way a lot of them, especially down here in the South, they hated Obama. They hated him. They hated him the same way we hate Trump. But guess what? Obama still did some things that benefited them. They still did say, okay, I'm seeing she ain't ready. I would say this to that. Why in the hell is the reality show dude president? What was he ready for? I believe everybody we talking about has more sense than the current leadership. Everybody we talking about, except for the one we coming with. That's just me.
But what you just said is going to kill the leverage.
Stromboli just said something else I don't just. I'm sick of people blaming black people for the vote. Damn it, black women especially went 97% for Hillary Clinton. White women didn't even vote for Clinton. Black people are the most loyal Democrats there are. So all this vote, go tell that to the white folks who didn't vote. Don't say that to the black people, man. It's ridiculous. We got a call right now, and I'm glad. Y'all go here, man. I'll go here with you. I love y'all, but we're going to go here. The SHO Radio, speak your piece.
Hey, what's going on?
Say your name.
In the house.
Who is this? I'm sorry, one more time. Eric Buckner? Go with it, Eric.
What up, Lee?
What up, E?
All right, let me throw my 2 cents in. As
Please,
like
man. Go for it.
First of all, as far as the narrative goes, yes, they are trying to change the narrative constantly. And you know that's because they want to get away from what's really going on and go back to the narrative of, okay, the virus ain't that bad. Let's get the economy going so my base will have a reason to vote for me. Opposed to the other issue, which is us hijacking our vote. Now, here's the thing. It would definitely help if we, as a black community, would educate ourselves in how the government works. Hear me out for a minute. Keep in mind, just because at this moment Joe Biden is the presumptive candidate for the Democratic Party, you understand that when they have the Democratic convention, there can be put other options on the table at that point.
Exactly.
You do not have to nominate him to be the Democratic leader. And the one thing about the pandemic that has been shown to us is that there are some good quality leaders out here. And quite frankly, would be much better choices than Joe Biden.
Much better.
But unfortunately, because we're working in a two-party system, where if in the end, if you don't vote for one, then you basically stuck with the other. That's why the majority of people that are not educated about how the voting process works think, okay, well, I don't want Trump, so I got to vote for Joe. Now, hopefully, in the ideal world, 2 main things will happen. One, Joe will pick a viable candidate for vice president because, as we know, more than likely, Joe will be a one-term president. And the person that he picks for vice president will have a pretty good step up to being the next president.
Let me stop you 1 sec. 1 sec. I'm going to let you continue. Who says that the vice president has got to become the next president? The last time that happened was Reagan and Bush, right? And I'm talking about the 84s, right? I feel that this man has got to pick a black woman. There's no other thing he can do. And I refute the people who say if you
doesn't matter,
is a vote for Trump. That's some bull. A vote for Trump is a vote for Trump. Okay, I'm not gonna vote out of fear. I'm not gonna vote and just give somebody something. No, you gotta earn it. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's what everybody's getting ready to do.
The thing is, people must understand your government, that if something happens to your president, and keep in mind, we're talking about either electing a 74-year-old president who's in bad health or a 78-year-old president who, for all we know, might be on the verge of losing his mind altogether.
And shouldn't be the candidate.
If something happens to that particular individual, the vice president, according to the law of the land, would be in charge. And so you just can't put anybody.
Let me ask you. So, would you have a problem with Stacey Abrams being president? See, I wouldn't. Would you have a problem with Stacey Abrams being president? Because see, I wouldn't.
Not at all.
I feel she would be a better president than the nominee.
I agree.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Absolutely.
I can't. Nominated. Keep in mind, like I said, in the end, will Joe Biden get my vote to come down to that? Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
In the end, am I convinced that he is the best possible candidate for president? Not in the long run. But is he better than the present person that's the candidate and running the country? Absolutely.
Great call. Great call. I agree with that. But look at this. Who isn't a better candidate? Who isn't a better candidate than that? And I'm going to be even realer with y'all. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It really don't matter who the president is. It does not have any real bearing on your life. A lot of folks are doing better right now financially under Trump than Obama. I did better under Bush too than Clinton. The reason I think so many people are just so focused on vote, because it's the easiest dang thing you can do. It's the easiest thing you can do. That don't require nothing. That takes 15 minutes of your time. It's a whole lot harder to do some nation building. It's a whole lot harder to get out there and make real change in your community. It's a whole lot harder to get out there and be involved. It's easy just to say, oh, vote, like that's going to cure everything. I don't agree. Man,
why
I don't agree. I could care if Trump is president, really. Let me tell you one of the good things about Trump. He done made a whole lot of y'all wake up. He's made you wake up and realize this ain't for me. Let me do something. Try to call in again, sir. Please do. Didn't see it. That's my thought on it.
Oh, man, do y'all hear me in the beginning when I say everything is fixed from sports to politics?
You got to call him for sure.
It does not matter who the hell's the damn president.
Hold on 1 second. Go.
All right, so here we go. Here's why. I'll make 2 points.
Okay.
One, here's the difference between a person like Biden and a person like Trump. You can argue that they're two sides of the same coin or the lesser of two evils, but the chief difference between Donald Trump and every other president of any of our lifetimes is that he actively stirs up and inspires white supremacy.
He does.
Actively. And so when you said that it's not going to have any impact on your life, I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
No, I disagree, because when he validates the bigotries of the everyday white man, and they feel it's okay to go out there and be Karens and all these other kind of things, that can have an effect on somebody's life. It had an effect on George Floyd's life. Here's my second point.
But okay, let me stop right there. I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay.
Who was president with Trayvon Martin? Who was president with Tamir Rice?
Right.
Who was president with our boy in Staten Island? It don't have nothing to do with who the president is.
But that was the backlash. We were paying the price
right.
for having a black president.
Exactly. And so now you got it white. But that backlash is in effect, in my opinion, no matter what. And I'm not saying don't vote for Biden. I'm saying stop giving your vote away. Mm-hmm. I'm saying, stop giving it away for nothing. It's worse. All you got is a vote. At least make sure the people you endorse are going to do something for you. Because everybody else will say, if you don't look, white women didn't support Hillary Clinton. Why? Wouldn't theoretically white women have voted in the majority for Hillary Clinton? But they didn't. Because people gonna vote with what works for them. The only people that's scared to death and just forced to feel like they gotta be Democrats is us. And they jump on us, and we're the only people who vote for Democrats 95% plus. And it's been like that for 50 years. I'll see you, caller. If it don't pick up, get on the next one. It's been like that for 50 plus years, and we get nothing from it. Now, I know y'all don't agree with what I'm saying. I agree with you. It's cool. I want you to call in. Give me a reason, because I ain't heard one besides Trump. Go ahead. I'm sorry, McCartney. Go ahead, man. Go on with it, man.
Bro. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have one party that you can argue at worst is doing nothing against us. They may not be doing much for us. They're doing nothing against us. You could argue that. And then you have the other party that's actively working against us. So and I don't necessarily believe in giving my vote away, but if I have to choose, then I'm going to choose at least the one that's not doing me any harm versus one that is proactively trying to harm me and mine every day. Which brings me to my main point. If we're tired of having to choose what we feel is the lesser of two evils, we have to learn how to, one, run ourselves, two, understand what a political action committee is, and learn what block voting is. And then, let's say you run for office, Lee, and we get the whole neighborhood, the whole city behind you. Political action committees. We say, okay, you're a guy, and here's what we want in exchange. Because that's the problem. We talk about our one vote.
Mm-hmm.
But you go to a politician, here's what we want in exchange for our 10,000 votes or 100,000 votes or whatever. And if that politician doesn't deliver, it doesn't matter if it's David fucking Duke running against him. They're going to find somebody else to replace him.
Mm-hmm.
And until we start doing that, we're always going to be stuck with choosing the lesser of two evils until we start understanding what block voting is and political action committees are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I just want to say one more thing. I promise I'll hang up.
You good?
You talk about Puff Daddy and Ice Cube
Mm-hmm.
about holding the black vote hostage.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about two people who built their fortune and their legacy teaching us how to kill each other and misspend our money and all this other stuff. And now they want to speak for us? I don't think so.
I can't say that about Cube. I can give you that on Puff. All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Telling us how to kill each other, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
All right, later.
Excellent call. All right, man. Y'all hit, man. And please argue with me on this or tell me any different. I look at it like this. Okay. You got to vote. You go to both people. Don't either one of them like you. Who gonna give you the best deal? We got to get off the emotion. Yeah. We don't like Trump. I got you. But there is a party that wants to stay in office that's thirsty for your vote. Instead of just giving everything to one who just ignores you because they know you ain't gonna touch the other one, go to both. This is like me trying to buy a car. I ain't gonna just go to one dealership and accept the deal. I want who's gonna give me the best deal. That's what I mean about holding the thing hostage. Go to them and say, hey, look, you can get this if you give us this. As opposed to just running to one group and you just sticking with them no matter what, and they keep abusing you because they never do anything. And I'm going back to Lyndon Johnson. The Democrat Party has done nothing since then except put a few people in position. Next caller for SHO Radio, speak your piece. Go for it. You on, caller?
Okay, so this is Evan, also known as
Yes. What's up, my dude?
Here's the thing.
Hey, what up, Evan? Psychophone.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I know that this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm voting for Biden, and I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Absolutely.
I'm just not. If we don't vote for Biden, any progressive elements in this country are going to be stopped cold. Ask the people who came from other countries what fascism looks like, what authoritarianism looks like.
Looks like this dude in office.
Hold on, I can't really hear you.
I say it looks just like this guy in office right now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Go ahead. We listening.
So, like I was saying, you ask these people that come from foreign countries, ask Madeleine Albright what authoritarianism looks like, what fascism looks like. So you mean to tell me that you're willing to live, and this isn't operating out of fear, because Joe Biden is going to be a caretaker president. You mean to tell me that you are willing to spend the next 4 years dealing with this bullshit because you're worried about, some, how do I put this? I have never expected any politician to give black folks anything. Do anything for us.
That's right.
So when I vote, I'm voting for the person who is going to leave me alone as a black man. Period. That's it. Here's the story. I don't know how else to put it. If you're worried about progressivism in the United States, if you're worried about any of that other stuff, a vote for Biden will put his feet to the fire. He knows what's up, and he's at him.
Okay.
Not as bad as Trump.
Let me ask you this, and I respect your points, and I respect you as a thinker, as a philosopher, as a whole. So I respect that. But let me ask you something. When have black folks ever held any candidate they endorse feet to the fire ever? And what makes you think it'll be any different now, especially if it's one term, especially when this dude inspires zero confidence in anybody until we rescued him in South Carolina, especially when he's gaffe prone. And I'm not saying I'm not going to vote for him. I'm not saying that. If I'm left down, I got to choose between the two, I will pick him. I will. But I don't see what's wrong with putting some pressure on him. And I don't see what's wrong with looking for more viable people, even still. I just don't feel like I feel like every time we talk about him, we're rationalizing why we're gonna vote for him. That's just my opinion.
I'm not rationalizing.
So you really think he's you really truly think he's a viable candidate, or you really think he's just not Trump? Like, would he be your choice if he wasn't running against Trump? Would you really be for this dude?
He wasn't my choice.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying.
I also understand that politics doesn't operate like that in this country.
But it does with pressure. They'll interrupt you. But there are interest groups in this country to put pressure on politicians, and they do what they want them to do. That's a fact. The Israeli lobby is high. We know that. The pressure they put on Obama as far as changing different things, that's high. And I don't understand. I don't get what's wrong with us putting the same pressure on someone. What do we have to leverage some votes? And I'm just saying, whoever's going to get us what we want, that's who we should go with, regardless if we like them or we don't. And I agree with you. I don't expect a lot of a politician either. And that's all I'm really saying. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to tear down Joe Biden. I just don't believe in Joe Biden. But I also don't believe in just giving away what you have. And I just think we can do for self a lot better. That's all. So I respect what you, Brian, all y'all saying. I'm just saying as a whole, you need to earn our vote. And you don't need to be so confident and cocky that you can sit up and tell me I'm not black if I don't vote for you. When black votes rescue your ass, you ain't had nothing else going for you.
When I heard him say that, I think that we've been saying that as black people. We've been saying that for 3.5 years. You're angry because it came out of the White House, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he was coming from not the Sunday morning. To me, that was a jump that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
To some extent, white people look at Joe in a negative way because of Obama.
You think? I say that because he never won a primary in his life to now. He been in politics 40 years. They won't fill him in.
Okay, well, see, to me, that is a separate issue because, my problem with Joe didn't have anything to do with the crime bill because I was paying attention to all of that at the time. And the conversation about the crime bill at the time was about the sentencing disparities between crack and cocaine. And then as now, I'm saying, so basically what you're saying is that black people who sell crack didn't deserve to be locked up?
Nope. Not at 1 to 100. Not when white folks had the same cocaine as going 1 to 100. No. Right. But see, everybody who voted for it didn't get up there and harangue on it. He got up there and just rolled on it. I mean, that's calling us super predators, opposing integration early on, whether he changed or not. There's just a lot with this dude that I'm just like, I'm not saying he's the worst. I'm just saying, we can put some pressure on him. That's all. I'm just amazed where people act like it's just we can't. I'm looking at your partner right now. I'm just amazed when people act like it's just so we just can't put any pressure on him at all. To me, that's some bull. That's all. I hold his feet to the flame if that's what we're gonna go with. And we always looking for a white savior, man. We just are. And it's just like voting is easy. Changing community is much harder.
I'm not looking for white savior.
Right. But as a whole, I'm not speaking to you. Exactly. Right. That's right. And this is one of the ways to save ourselves, in my opinion. It's one of the ways we can save ourselves,
So, but I'm getting ready to get off the phone, but I just wanted to I made a post earlier about third-party voting.
Mm-hmm.
Third-party voting requires work at the grassroots level.
Agreed.
At the local level.
Agreed.
You can't build a party. You can't just jump up to the national level, on the third party level, because we don't have a parliamentary system.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't. You know, 2 houses, that's it.
You're right.
So basically, you're left with 2 parties. Now, the Republican Party is falling on its own sword and cutting off its nose to spite its face.
Mm-hmm.
So there's room to develop another party.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to do the work. And you can't do the work on the national level without doing that work on the local and state level.
That's happening now. But you do recognize that's happening. That work on the local and state level is what has the progressive wing where it is now. That's where you get an AOC. That means so that as we're talking, that's happening. So that's something that is happening.
So then the question is, well, if that's the case, then so the progressive elements that are currently in the Senate and in the House and, you know, on the national level would be stopped cold if, you know, if that treasonous bastard gets back in the office.
Okay. And we turn into a two-way conversation. I'm gonna let it go in a second. This is the last point I'm gonna make.
Right.
8 years of Obama built that Tea Party. 8 years of being opposition does help the other side. I'm not saying I'm for Trump at all. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that opposition is it's gonna grow no matter what. The Democratic Party is about to cannibalize itself after this election too. It's just it's just too many people that's not happy with this dude. I mean, I'm one of them. And Stromboli just posted we need the Senate and House border. We already got the House, and we 5 votes from the Senate. So I mean, I just who has the top job? They're gonna do what everybody else telling them to do in the first place. But yes, but man, I appreciate you. I asked you to come. I'm so glad you did. But I'm gonna get off this so this dude can act like he's awake. You know what I'm saying? We can get back to them kicking it. But appreciate y'all, man. All right, take care, man. Kenyon, I agree with you. I'm there. Wake up, boy. Come on, man. Let's get back to what we doing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the you solo political hour show or whatever. I don't know. Am I do I have a take? Am I in this?
I'm sorry it's not baseball where we all just be interacting.
Well, I didn't care none of it. We talked about, I know you can't talk about the baseball, so I had to break that down. But I have a strong take on this.
We'll go.
Would you like my take? Can I share my take? Thank you very much. Let me get this damn thing out of here. Listen, the bottom line is this. I say in my open, it's all fixed from sports to politics. I don't understand why you people are sitting up here. You said it partially. I'm not saying that this was Evan that just called Barnabas Fitzpatrick that just called and said this or whatever. You're looking for white savior. Forget that. We just had a black one in there for 8 years and he did nothing. The bottom line is it doesn't matter who the president is. Nothing is going to happen and nothing is going to change. See, this is what's getting ready to happen. They could take one of those dead armadillos that I saw on my way out here to Douglasville today and prop that bastard up and put a damn blue flag on him, and you all would vote for him because you don't want Trump. And you forget that Joe Biden is the one that is behind the 3 strikes law that put so many people in jail, so many of us in jail out in California.
Well, he's not behind.
People keep on saying, well, we just got to get Trump out of there. We just got to get Trump. Really what makes you think that Biden's not going to do the same damn thing? Why? Because he's quiet about it?
I believe that.
Get out of here with that mess. Okay, I understand. Trump is overt with his shit. Yeah, okay? It's these covert ones that'll kick you in the ass like Clinton with all of the dirty tricks that they call sending so many of our soldiers over there to die and a lot of their hidden missions and all that in Nicaragua and all that crap. Listen, the bottom line is this. It does not matter who you vote for. You know who I'm going to vote for? You know what I'm talking about, Evan. Don't you dare go against me. You know I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote for the same. I voted for the last two presidents. I'm going to go right up in the ballot. I got my absentee here because I'm going to vote, and I'm going to vote for God because that's the only change you're going to get. I literally write God on the ballot, and then when other write-in candidates, I put my friend's name. I think I voted for my brother last year for vice president. I voted for my boy Dice for Secretary of State. I even put your name down for Secretary of the Custodial White House. So you clean the bathrooms and pick your nose. And I'm dead serious though. That's who I vote for. Because I'm not gonna go ahead and vote. Well, who you gonna vote for? The dragon or the devil? Which one you want? I don't want neither one of them. So I'll go ahead, and I'm not married to either one of these parties. Some of you all, I gotta go vote for this guy just because he's not Trump.
Agreed.
Damn that.
Agreed.
So that's why. But you keep talking about the level. We're not gonna make a level vote. Their mind is already made up. They're gonna vote for Biden.
No.
I don't care if Biden has a German Shepherd as a vice president.
Dude. Me saying this.
No, can I go back to sleep now?
Do I think it's going to change? No. Do I think they're going to vote Democrat anyway? Yes. Do I feel they're straight brainwashed? Yes. Do I feel that they don't really want to do the work of really change stuff? Yes. However, still got put out there. Somebody's going to listen to that and think different. Dante asked you, so
not.
In the first place, let me find. I want to post it. I won't just say. So why vote in the first place?
These people are gonna vote for. I don't care who's running against Trump. I don't care if it's this bottle of ginger drink. If it's that bottle of ginger drink, this bottle of my Golden Grooming body wash, which is beautiful, you could put those two as your president and vice president, and people would vote for them right down the Democratic ticket because they don't want Trump. That's the bottom line. And then you're going to get Biden in here, and he secretly and covertly does the same fuck shit, and then y'all going to sit up here and
That's the whole point of utilizing leverage, dude. It's short term. You're not married to nobody. I support you for this moment because it helps my cause. When it don't help my cause, I'm gone. That was the whole point behind, if you remember way back when we was in school, the Reagan Democrat. The Macomb County Union folks, they used to vote Democrat. Ronald Reagan came in and gave them what they thought they wanted, so they flipped it. Then them same folks went back and flipped it for Clinton. And I'm just saying.
Let me ask you something.
Put some flip to your game.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
What if people don't sit up and they say, okay, well, if you don't, you got to earn our vote. And what if they don't earn the vote? Who they gonna vote for?
Pete. You put them out of office, but let me stop you right there.
They're gonna vote for Biden.
No, hold it. What are you talking about right now?
Biden's.
Okay, dude, we've already told you.
No, I'm about that D.
We've already talked about where the black vote going. I know that. You're not saying nothing new. I said that from the jump. I'm telling you, hey, let's think about doing something different. Now, at the end of the day, I do think there's going to be third party, some other stuff. At the end of the day, but right now, and see, Evan, I'm going to post what you said, Barnabas, it serves our purpose at the moment, but see, it's not looking like it. I'm saying right up front, he better say who his vice president is now. Right up front, he better come with an agenda that works for us now, because we're the only reason he's there, dude. The only
thing he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He knows he's got.
Hold it.
He doesn't have to.
Why doesn't he? Because we don't make him. That's why.
Because he's got black people in his back pocket.
That's my point.
We're already in the back pocket of the Democrats.
That's my point. And been in the back pocket for 50 years. Yes. That's my point.
And they're going to stay there.
Because they want to be.
So why should Biden even have to campaign? You got this Biden shirt on.
That's the whole reason he said you ain't black, because he don't care. Yes. Thank you. That's my point.
Oh,
you to your face you ain't black because they're going to vote for me. The same way Trump said I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and they still going to vote for me. Dude, It could come out that Biden owns slaves, and they still gonna vote for him, man. As long as you ain't that's my point. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. He'll just apologize. Everything he says just apologizes. Oh, I didn't. Oh, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. This dude is Grandpa Simpson running for president, man. Stop it. Just stop it. But use the leverage. Hey.
There is no leverage.
I think there is. But you know, hey, look, man, you want to
There's Biden. That's it.
This,
that's all you got.
You want to jump on this Drew Brees?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Brees.
Or do we want to talk about
Evan took up about 5 callers worth of time. Thanks a lot, Evan.
That became hard, my dude.
Barnabas, strike a pose, Barnabas.
All right, my dude. So
that name is dope, by the way.
One topic. We going
Barnabas Fitzpatrick.
Drew Brees are the role of celebrities in this whole thing that's going on with us now. Which one you want to go with?
I don't know. Let's talk about Drew Brees. I don't want to talk about the politics no more. They're gonna vote for Biden.
I don't want to talk about Drew Brees, so you go ahead. I don't care.
Well, why'd you even ask me?
I'm giving you a choice. Here's my Drew Brees take. I don't care what he thinks. I don't care what he says. He doesn't make any difference. I don't care about his apology. I'm not happy. I don't care. All that does is make me I might have to cheer for the Falcons now when they play the Saints. And I like the Saints. I don't dislike the Falcons, but you know. McCartney says, where's
Brees in the house?
On Obama's ticket. I think we thought he'd be beneficial for Obama winning over them states, where they had a large white working class vote. So he was cool there. That's my thought. Go ahead, man. Speak on Drew Brees. That's what you want to talk about. So what's wrong with you?
Great President Obama was. A lot happened under his change.
Okay.
Listen.
A great symbol.
Well, as far as Drew Brees is concerned, for those who don't know, if you've been under a rock all day and last night, Drew Brees basically came out, went on a radio show on Yahoo Finance. I don't know what the hell that was about. But anyway, he went on there and he basically was talking about how he is going to stand for the national anthem and put his heart on his hand on his heart and all this crap and start waving the flag. And he said that basically talked about how both of his grandparents fought in the wars, and that's why he puts his hand on his heart. And basically saying that anybody who does not support the flag and who kneels during the flag is basically taking a dump on the military. This is the most tone deaf. You have to, at this point, be just ignoring the fact. When everybody has come out and said that it has nothing to do with the military. The whole kneeling Boyer, who was an ex-Marine, I think he was a Green Beret, and he met with Colin Kaepernick, and he convinced Kaepernick not to sit down during the flag, but take a knee. It was more respect if you just take a knee. That's where it started. That's why Kaepernick did it. He got the advice from a Green Beret because he did not want to disrespect the military. These people who keep, like Drew Brees, who came with an apology today, they always come with an apology, a nice handwritten, agent-written apology. You know what I'm saying? Kiss my ass. I love his teammates. His teammates, Michael Thomas, his go-to wide receiver, came out and destroyed Brees. Ed Reed, former the Pro Bowler, or former current Hall of Famer for the Baltimore Ravens, came out and called Drew Brees a sucker about 50 times today. It was
radio.
Okay, and then I didn't like. Oh, we got a caller. Oh man, interrupt.
Caller, whoever you are, no matter what. Thank you. Go for it.
Drew Brees. With the lights on. Drew Brees with his mama watching. But in the meantime, with Vaseline. But anyway, listen, can we He was talking about my quarterback. Donated $500,000 to Atlanta City Initiatives. He didn't just say it. He put his money behind it. And he's letting us kind of not dictate, but he's getting advice from people like the T.I.s, the Killer Mikes, and the Keisha Lance Bottoms of the world. Help direct where that money goes. So he's just not throwing money in the air and saying, okay, here you go, now shut up. That he's actually putting his money and taking donations from other people and putting it behind initiatives that matter to us. Oh, yeah. Drew Brees!
Beautiful. You know, I want to thank
Watch your language.
Just for
Don't
interrupting.
curse on this show.
What up, dog, Carson? Okay.
I know you want to interrupt intelligence. I know you can't take it. It's not your fault.
I got a
you know what I'm saying? You don't have a take.
Dude, can we read the comment? I have a question for you guys. If you're disenchanted with politics, so everything is fixed, how can you watch the NFL? That's a great question. I don't believe everything is fixed. That's what the Cardinal says. So that's a great question to him. Not only does he watch, he bets profusely. He talks about it constantly.
That's right.
But he constantly says it's fixed. So I think that's a great
I just try and bet on the best one. I know it's fixed.
I don't believe
I know it's fixed. I just try and bet on the best one. I bet based on the fact that I know it's fixed. Okay. I only watch it because it's fixed. See, I used to watch for the fun of it, but once I understood that these games are fixed, now they are just money makers for me. And I have made some decent money betting and gambling on sports. This Jack Why doesn't listen to me, he loses money all the time.
Yeah.
When he listens to me, he wins money.
Right.
It's that simple. Right. So, I bet based on the fact that they are fixed. So that's a great question by my brother Stromboli. Strike a pole.
Yeah. Check this out. Go take a look at the photos that we used to preview the show and the topics. It's a lot of good photos in there. We're going to get to some of them next time. Those different topics we want to go through. All right, we got one more. We're going to let it go. And the Cardinal brought this up early, and it's interesting that McCartney came with talking about he says, why you see you cursing, crying, pissed off about the Lions. That's just sport, man. McCartney. None of us believe in the Lions ever. It's sport. I told you that way back.
Now I'm done being pissed off at the Lions.
Yeah,
the Lions are trash. I don't get pissed off by them.
We're talking about,
they don't matter.
There was a great article that the Cardinal posted.
And the Falcons are the Lions of the South, by the way.
I don't know. No, because they made the Super Bowl. I don't know who gave him this, but there's a topic talking about how T.I., Killer Mike, Keisha Lance Bottoms have failed Atlanta's working class. They talked about how they used them, propped them up, everything else, and I'm not a native ATLian, but I thought it was really, really interesting. Really interesting. So I would say read it. If you're not in our for show groups right now, you need to get in there because it's hot. Folks are posting, they're debating, share it with your friends. Let's get in there. And a lot of topics we can go through there, and then we bring them out here. We bring out the more popular ones. All right. So
the for show group is the shiznit.
You have anything about T.I. or Killer Mike talking, thwarting the rioters, their position, where they compromise as landowners in the city, landlords, telling people what to do.
Well,
is Killer Mike? I loved his passion. Is he compromising what he's saying? He stepped up to tell him stop. With a
he's a little compromised, just a little bit.
Okay. With his father being a policeman.
He's a little compromised with it because
firmly capitalist. The grassroots organization say we
listen. I'm not saying that there's a difference. He has a.
So there's a. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, dude. It's an accident. Go ahead. Accident.
You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't. Really did.
Listen, man. The bottom line is this, man. Anytime entertainers come out and start getting into pop stuff, it's already dicey. Oh, that's number one. Number two, what's his name? Killer Mike. It was very passionate what he said. The tears, I think, were real and that kind of thing. But somebody made a point, and they were like, look, when that stuff jumped off in Minnesota, they was like, hey, Root, not Luke, but hey, tear some stuff up. But when it looked like they stuff and Buckhead and Stone Mountain and everything else was gonna get tore up, now they got something to say.
Well,
These guys got property and look, make all the money you want.
That Atlanta,
huh?
well, he made the comment that Atlanta was Wakanda. I find that to be ridiculous. I mean, you know, just as a whole.
Well, that's
so that
that's
just
a little.
had me just
That's
like,
a little.
hey, what are you saying right now? I mean, you know,
Yeah,
Atlanta
that's
is a whole lot better than a lot of places, but Wakanda,
yeah, I missed that part.
I mean, oh yeah, dude. The Killer Mike
That's
said
kind of stupid.
it's like this is the kind of home of the colleges, man. I don't know. I just don't think celebrities need to just go sit down sometimes.
Listen, the bottom line is they woke them niggas up out their sleep and they came in there and T.I. looked like he still had his bathrobe on. It wasn't as luxurious as mine. But you know, and it looked like he was just babbling, man. They was just, you know, they were just saying stuff, you know, and what's her name started talking, or Keisha started talking about Martin Luther King. Them young people out there wasn't listening to that.
Well, the point is
that wasn't the night to come out there. They're out there in the streets. Nobody's hearing you talk.
They misuse. And
I'd rather them not come out and say nothing.
Cardinal made a point I agree with. Atlanta is the black Mecca in the United States. However, what is that saying? What does that say about the United States? This is the black Mecca. That is. I mean,
there's no black
Mecca. Yeah, it is, man.
Oh, God.
What
does that mean?
It is. It's just millionaires can't be grassroots. I'm reading right from Trump. I agree.
Just because you put a bunch of niggas in one place doesn't make it a Mecca.
What? No, it's not that. I mean, there's a lot more.
Just because you put a bunch of niggas in one place doesn't make it a Mecca.
But it is, though. It is. It is. It's a publicity stunt. I agree. Y'all, but hey, I'm looking at this clock and it's been big fun.
So June 7th, blackout.
But it's time for for SHO Radio to run. All right, so we see.
Are you gonna be in the June 7th blackout, sir?
Wait, man, what? What?
Are you gonna be part of the June 7th blackout?
Are you trying to say don't spend money on a Sunday and that's gonna do something? Huh?
Well, they said the June 7th blackout. They're saying just don't spend any money at all, and if you do, in the black business. I don't see what that's going to do.
So you turn right back around on Monday and spend double. And
listen,
right.
My thing, if you're going to do that, do it for a week and don't spend any money at all anywhere. You know, I mean, if you're going to go that route, but one day, see, that's just grandstanding. That's just, you know, and it's something that T.I. and them came up with. And so now, you know, everybody they're going to have the T-shirts, and I bet he have an album come out right after it featuring Killer Mike. I don't believe in
I'm going to say this and let it rock. Atlanta now is what Detroit, well, not even what Detroit, almost what Detroit was in the 50s to 60s. Folks came there and got up on the auto industry. They had homeowners. And honestly, truth be told, Atlanta has a low percentage of black homeowners. A low percentage. You know what I'm saying? I would call Harlem a Mecca in the 20s. I would definitely call Detroit a Mecca in the 50s, 60s. Definitely not now. Atlanta is Hollywood. I think you want to call it the Black Hollywood all day. All day. But all the glitters ain't gold all the time. I love it.
There's still more niggers in Washington, D.C.
You don't like really why? Why they got to be there? I'm not even.
Well, the NAACP calls you colored. So what would you rather be?
Y'all wonder why I mute him, man. I can only take so much of that, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's been big fun. It's time for the show to run. We will see y'all next week. Dude, you can talk. You know, you ain't muted. Say
I see it, man. I see it. It's the end of the show.
Say your catchphrase.
The end of the show. June 7th, y'all. Blackout, June 7th. Support T.I.'s new album, because you know that's what it is.
Oh, is it? I don't know that. Okay. Good stuff.
Peace,
y'all.
Strike up, Paul!